Good morning, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 12 of York Revolution Baseball. Today, it's our first home baseball in Education Day of the year as the Revs take on the Gastonia Honey Hunters on a beautiful Thursday here in early May. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Jake Ness. Welcome to Morning Baseball here at PeoplesBank Park as the Revs go for their first series win of the season. And Jake, last night, a tremendous win. The Revs were down 3-0 into the sixth inning. Another night where nothing was bouncing their way. The offense seemed dead in the water, but they got it together. Big time rally in the sixth and seventh on a night that was offensively challenged, and then winning it on Josue Herrera's walk-off base hit in the 10th.
Yeah, absolutely, and credit the bullpen as well, getting to that point. We mentioned in the pregame with Mace how the real thing was getting between the starting pitchers and the back end of the bullpen with Fuller and Rodriguez. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to Alex Sanabia as well. Outside of just one little obscure pitch, he had another phenomenal outing. And now it's going to turn to Austin Nicely today, who hasn't had the ideal start to the season, but he's no stranger to slow starts, and he knows that, and he's going to look to change that this morning.
Yeah, last year it was his third start where he really became the guy that he was for the rest of the year. He'll face left-hander Jerry Keel on the mound here today. And as the Revs get set to take the field here momentarily, first pitch coming up in just moments, it's time for today's Racehorse Tavern Managers Report with Mace. All right, Mace, well, a huge win last night. Josue Herrera was awesome, a game-tying hit, game-winning hit. And the sixth inning, it had that feeling nothing was going right again, kind of dead in the water against McGuire. What changed for your team to get things going in that comeback?
I mean, I just think we just kept battling, to be honest. You know, their team has pitched really well in these first two games, and we've been able to match that. You know, there were a couple pitches here and there for us yesterday. They do ambush 3-0, which, you know, that ended up costing us 2 runs yesterday. But, you know, I just thought our defensive play was really good. And, you know, once again, we had a lot of runners on base. We couldn't cash in early, but we were able to hang around and then pull it out in the end.
Great job from your bullpen to hold it. And, you know, we got to highlight Paul Mondesi with a couple of his throws in that 8th inning as well.
Yeah, I mean, Almeida walks a guy. Normally, if you walk a guy, maybe you pick him off at first base. You walk a guy, throw him out, stealing. Walk the next guy, throw him out, stealing. So, you know, the guys told Almeida, you know, you should buy him a dinner or something. Almeida said, well, maybe I just give him my paycheck. So, but no, those were 2 really, really big plays. And, you know, I mean, and I think those 2 plays gave us some momentum and a little bit of energy going into the late part of the game.
Well, today, Austin Nicely looking to bounce back. And what went wrong with him? It was very uncharacteristic. What was the problem Friday, and what's your focus with him today?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of mechanics, you know, and second start. I mean, you know, so it's still working some of the kinks out. I just think Austin is, you know, he gets real aggressive, and then he gets super aggressive. When he gets in trouble, he wants to get more aggressive. So, you know, I mean, we did work on some mechanical things, and we worked on some sequencing. We talked about using, he's been getting beat with certain pitches in certain counts. So we're going to see if we can change some of that today.
All right. I don't know if I'm too happy seeing Chong over on their side, but I understand we have to fill in for them.
Yeah, that's yeah, Wellspan is filling in for them with athletic trainers all 3 games here this series. So, yeah, Chong on the other side it's kind of weird to see that, but you know, we'll see what happens.
All right, Mace. Thanks a lot. Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's the Racehorse Tavern Managers Report. Revs have taken the field. National anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, that was Diamond Doug in a dinosaur costume, because of course it was. It's a throwback Thursday to the prehistoric times. And the thing that got me was, as he was performing, his little dino arms were out to the side. Like, what do I do with my hands? But little dinosaur claw arms really made the whole thing come together. Well, the Revs have taken the field, looking for their first series win of the year as Austin Nicely goes through his warm-ups. Our starting lineups today are brought to you by Flying Feed. For Gastonia, they will have Johnny Davis leading things off in center. The shortstop, Jack Reinheimer, he's batting second. Joseph Rosa at second base is hitting third. And Zach Jarrett, who starts in right field today, is in the cleanup spot. Stuart Levy catches, and they move him up to the 5 spot in the order. Reese Hampton in left field is batting 6th. Jake Skoll will move to center field today and hit 7th. Alex Holderbach, who caught last night, is at first base today, hitting 8th. And Eric Jones, the third baseman this morning, is batting 9th. Again, Davis, Reinheimer, Rosa, Jarrett, Levy, Hampton, Skoll, Holderbach, and Jones for Gastonia. For the Revs today, with Austin Nicely on the mound, they'll have Jeffrey Perez in center leading off, Troy Stokes Jr. in right, Malky Mesa in left field hits third, Nelly Rodriguez cleaning up and playing first. Carlos Franco at third base bats 5th, JC Encarnacion, the DH, hits 6th, and then Elmer Reyes at short, Edwin Figuera at second, and Lenin Rodriguez behind the plate. Again, Perez, Stokes, Mesa, Rodriguez, Franco, Encarnacion, Reyes, Figuera, and Rodriguez. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch today. It's in for a strike, and we are underway at 11:03 stadium time. You're on a perfect Thursday morning. Pitch, it is swung on and missed. Good changeup. Davis, switch hitter, batting right, and he comes in hitting .358. Couple homers, 12 driven in, 8 steals. Here's the 0-2. And it misses down and in. And he's been a problem in this series. He's scored 3 runs. He's started both games with hits. Pitch, swing and a miss. He won't start this game with a hit. And Austin Nicely comes out with great pace and strikes him out swinging on a fastball at 90. And that's how we get things started. Revs today are in the alternate navy tops with the white through the middle, gold trimming. Gastonia alternate black jerseys with gold trim. They're headed to Staten Island after this game as Reinheimer swings and tips a foul down at his feet.
Yeah, must be nice to have their morning game as their getaway day. They're going to be in for a rude awakening when they head to Lexington at some point this season.
I mean, God, who would have thought that that would maybe be a wise thing to do? Not Lexington. Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss, a changeup. Reinheimer hitting .326. He's got 2 home runs, 9 batted in. Sun shining brightly, as it has much of the morning. No brighter, though, than in this booth, our disposition. Here's the 0-2. And a fastball up high at 91. Right?
Yeah. Can't argue that one.
Didn't think so. The 1-2. And that misses inside. Same with Cody, who's on the stream today. By the way, our plate ump is Ian Pittenger, Bill Reuter at first, and Doug McFarling down at third base. Nicely deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A changeup away. And he starts the day with back-to-back whiffs. One on a fastball, one on a changeup. And he is off and cooking here early.
Yeah, in Lancaster last Friday, it was the first inning that was the killer, 6 runs, but could not have asked for a better start here this morning.
At 2 down, here is Joseph Rosa, switch hitter from the right. He swings and he bounces one softly, deep short. Reyes charges right, throws across his body. Won't be able to get Rosa, who runs well. And an infield hit into no man's land. Elmer did all he could, going way to his right, throwing an all arm, going across. That's the first base runner of the day.
Elmer's had to run all over the infield this series for a plethora of tough plays. Can't get really tougher than the one last night, but
yeah. A pop-up, sprint 120 feet, maybe more. Good luck. Here's Jarrett. First one is down and in. Jarrett, the cleanup hitter, batting at .256. Couple homers, 6 ribbies. 0 for 8 this series with a walk. Nicely, he'll try to keep him over. Here's the stretch. And the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball foul the other way. Out of play, right field. Our weather today brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 66 degrees on the stadium board. It'll get up into the low 70s. And sun shining, just a couple of tiny white clouds. Couldn't ask for better. Nicely the stretch. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. High hard one at 92. Mays said that the focus was mechanics, and if they've ironed something out, he's got it popping here early. So it might have been those donuts that they retreated to. He's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. Austin nicely. Big time rebound right away here today. A changeup down out of the zone. He strikes out 3 in the first inning, and he is back in form. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We've played a half inning here this morning. It's the Honey Hunters nothing, the Revs coming up. You might have heard the reverberation of Cannonball's blast right as we came back from break. Again, we don't have our normal music re-entries this morning thanks to the crack job of our IT team, but we are on the air. And on YouTube, you'll simply hear ballpark noise between innings. But maybe we'll get it back.
Maybe.
Not holding my breath. Poof.
Yeah, they got extra time today after this game's over.
Poof, there it goes, all the files. But left-hander Jerry Keel getting set to go for Gastonia, and he'll have a tough act matching Austin nicely so far, who struck out the side in the top half. No score as York comes to bat. Keel no record in 2 starts, a 3.24 ERA, 8 1/3 innings, 10 hits, and 3 runs. 1 walk, 2 Ks, so unlike the guys that we've seen the first 2 nights, most of the hitters he's faced have put the ball in play. He's given up 1 home run, opponents hitting .294. And Jeffrey Perez can't miss him. The fluorescent yellow cleats as he digs in from the right. And Keel, 6'6" lefty, he'll go from the stretch. And his first pitch today is outside. I guess Gastonia is on a 2-week trip. They go to Staten Island and then, well, somewhere else. Here's the 1-0. And it is a called strike, outside corner.
I think it's Staten Island to Southern Maryland. And then
Staten Island again.
I think it is. I don't remember. Mace was talking about it earlier, but
it's about how much sense it would make. It's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went up high. We better get our facts straight, or that one Honey Hunter fan is going to be in the comments section again.
Not making any friends here, are you?
I don't need any more friends. It's the 1-2. Yeah, that misses in the dirt. A changeup. And I don't read them. You're the one that told me about it, so I'm not gonna read it. Just like my email, I don't read that either. I can't.
The best people in the world look at their social media hate. Look at Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Maybe we'll set up a chat burner. Here's the 2-2, and it misses down and away. Jeffrey comes in hitting .250. He's let off all but 1 game. He had Sunday off in Lancaster. Playing the other way in the outfield. Keel the pitch, and a rip at third. Right to Jones, though. He's got it, sets, fires it across, 1 down. Good to see some solid contact, though. Jeffrey stung it just right into the ground and right at third.
Yeah, and when you have a pitch-to-contact pitcher like we're going to see with Jerry Keel today, we've seen it a couple times this series already of Revs guys that are able to make something happen by just putting the ball in play. A guy in the box in particular, and Troy Stokes Jr.
Yes, indeed. Stokes comes in hitting .341 and leading the league with 10 steals, 2 ahead of the next closest. First pitch ripped, and that's fair down the third base line. Past Jones's dive. Stokes around first, on his way for 2, and in standing with a double. Troy Stokes Jr., his 5th extra base hit, 4th double of the season. And the Revs set up here in the first, trying to strike first.
I take credit for that one.
Well played.
And he is not shied away from being aggressive on the base path. So first inning, no score, but we'll see what he has in mind.
Here is Melchizedek. Malky hitting .276 in 7 games. He's driven in 6 runs. Keel will look back twice, delivers, and a swing and a foul back up over the roof. Revs trying to win their first series here today, trying to win back-to-back games for the first time, trying to win a game started by somebody other than Sanavia for the first time. He's been good, and he has started all 3 wins. Nicely, a very sharp start here today. And And the 0-1 to Melky. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Big slow curve. Keel, a California native, 28 years old, got to AAA with the Padres. Now home with it, and that's high, fastball. I believe that says 89 on the board.
Whatever it is, it's still a huge difference between that and the breaking ball. The breaking ball registered at 72 on the gun.
Keel, a 9th round pick of San Diego in 2015. Now deals, and a swing and a foul tip. Deflected off Levy and back to the backstop. Came out of Cal State Northridge. A Palmdale, California native. Sounds nice. Last year's split between AA San Antonio, AAA El Paso. Been a starter throughout his career. Another 1-2 to Melky, and it sinks down and away.
Huge opening on the right side here for Melky. They're playing him to pull in the outfield, so huge gap in right center, and the second baseman Rosa shaded just a few steps to the left of the second base bag.
And now Skull in center shades over the other way. Has to do with how they're pitching him, maybe. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a bouncing ball toward the middle. It's short. Reinheimer to his left. Gets to it. Sidearm to first. Retires Melky. Stokes does advance to third. It wasn't hit hard enough to get through. And Reinheimer, who had him played the pull, able to shuffle to his left and get there.
Maybe Skull's wearing a wire.
Maybe. I don't know if there's specific language in the Atlantic League rule book.
Hey, has language ever stopped a team in baseball before?
It has not.
Exactly.
Here's Nelly with Stokes at third, 2 outs. No score, first inning. And Keel with the pitch. It's down and away. Nelly at 279 with a home run and 9 RBIs. Last night, a big 2-hit night. Started the 2-run 6th and then drove in 1 of the 2 in the 7th. 2 singles toward the middle. 1-0, and it is low. Changeup. Keel last year between AA and AAA, 4-8 with a 6.30. Back in 2019, a full year at AAA, 10-7, even though his ERA was over 6.5 in the hitter-friendly PCL. The 2-0, swinging a foul tip. He stayed slow. Nelly just got a piece.
He probably feels right at home pitching yet in Gastonia if that's the case. Also, I don't know if you're hearing this. Am I faintly hearing a breadsticks chant from some of the kids in the crowd? Because that is a throwback if so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been breadsticks for a while, has it?
No, they're probably too young for that. Probably a Nelly chant somewhere in the distance. The 2-1. It is inside.
If I'm hearing things, I blame it on it being early, but I don't know how much sleep you got last night. I can't say I got all too much.
I'm always hearing things, Jake. It's what you listen to. Here's the stretch from Keel. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Again, he stays soft. Down and away. Stokes at third, 2 outs. I don't know, probably 6.5 hours, which has been the norm here. That's probably good for what it's been recently. After that bender last week. There's the 3-2. And it's low. He kept going there, and this time Nelly lays off. Now he'll take his base, and that gives Carlos Franco a chance. Now we haven't seen enough of Keel yet today, but if the changeup is his best, lefties might actually have a little bit better time against him, as Franco will get the first chance from this side. First and third, 2 outs. Franco at 205, but he's got 3 homers, 13 RBIs. RBI total tied for 6th in the league. No score in the first, trying to change that. First pitch, breaking ball, it's a strike. And there's the curve. Keel in his minor league career, a game under 500, 41 wins, an ERA just under 5 in the Padres system. 6 years he deals. Oh, outside and boxed by Levy, but he'll track over to his left and recover. Took an awkward stab at it, and it bounced off his mitt. And Stokes with good speed at third. Watching it like a hawk. Keel's entire previous career in the Padres system, all through last year. Play Franco to pull in the infield. Here's the pitch. Swing and a deep drive to right field. He watches it fly. It's gone. Out into the picnic, tents in right. And Carlos Franco, a 3-run home run to right field. The Revs jump in front. It's 3-0 here in the first.
Well, you said the lefties might have the advantage today. Franco sat on that one, and a no-doubter. That has to feel good for him. Make it 10 straight games on base now. Whole dugout out in front to dap him up as he crosses the plate. And that is huge for the Revs, the first time they have struck first in quite a while.
Number 4 on the year for him. And here's Encarnacion, the smoke cloud hanging in right as JC takes a strike. Keel hung a curve, Franco sat back, and he knew it, he watched it, it sailed out over the 10s, back against the clubhouse in right. No doubter. Here's the 0-1, and that's outside. Franco with his 4th, and the Revs with their first here at PeoplesBank Park this season. Now a 3-0 lead, just like that. And the 1-1 to JC. He swings and misses on a high fastball. Franco now has driven in 16, which would put him into a tie for 2nd in the league. Now ready, and the 1-2. Curveball, and it just missed. Carlos had hit all 3 of his previous shots in Lexington. Rev's second 3-run homer of the year. Nelly had one in Lexington. Pitch, backdoor curve, strike 3 called. That'll end the inning. But what a start here today. Carlos Franco unloads on his 4th. A 3-run shot, 2 hits in the inning, nobody left, and at the end of 1, it's the Revs 3 and the Honey Hunters nothing. Now somebody had his donuts. Carlos Franco, a 3-run blast. Stuart Levy leads off the second and grounds the first one foul. Down past the bag at third. Strike one from Nicely. He's got the lead to work with, something that he has not experienced since last year. First start, he pitched okay, but the Revs were shut out. He deals, and a swing and a miss. Good arm side run. And last Friday night in Lancaster just didn't have it and gave up 6 in the first, and obviously they trailed all night then. Here's the wind, the 0-2, and a changeup down in the dirt. But he looks like he's got a field today, a purpose. His pace is phenomenal. Levy, they move up in the order today. Luis Roman had been hitting 5th. He's got the day off. Pitch, swinging a tapper foul over by, well, Josh Santora, who's our bat boy today. Over by the Honey Hunters dugout. Levy hitting .235, 6 RBIs. Pitch from Nicely. It's in the dirt. Slider.
Probably 2 Joshes that we're going to see the first time in uniform today.
Good chance.
If we can get eyes on Josh Martin at some point.
He'd be due to get in. 2-2. Swing, and it's popped up foul back toward the roof. Nicely working with Lenine today. They had a really good rapport last year when Nicely was the top left-hand starter in the league. Lenine caught a bunch of his starts. Another 2-2. And a rip at second, 1 hop to Figuera. He's up with it by the belt buckle, throws over to first, and there's 1 away. Well, Jake, we've been watching the scores from around the league. We know how our road trip went. We know there's teams that are still on their first homestand here 2 weeks in, which is ridiculous. But the combined record of home teams in the league is 43-15. That means the combined road record is 15-43. Here's Reese Hampton, who dribbles one softly. Oh no, nicely over in front of third. Went to play it and fumbled it, and will have to hold it. And that should have been the second out. And he'll be charged with an error. So a 1-out base runner. But I mean, it wasn't just the Revs on their road trip. I'm looking at teams with terrible records, and Kentucky and Staten Island have been on the road the whole time. Lancaster's been miserable on the road. Long Island's having a current 4-game losing streak on the road. Maybe it wasn't just us.
So I'll get on my soapbox and preach my theory about how these road trips should work after this first pitch.
There's Jake Skull, left on left. First one is up and in slightly.
So my theory is 6 games home, 6 games road, flip-flopping every week. You bubble 2 teams, and then a team that goes on a road trip that week will play those 2 teams. So that way you're not going all across the East Coast in a 2-week stretch like the Revs will be in a couple weeks.
That's when crowds Skull inside 2-0.
And like Gastonia's in the midst of doing right now.
High Point hasn't been on the road yet, and they're at 9-3. And Nicely steps off. Well, it's a good suggestion, and I can assure you that it will not be listened to.
There is one team in the league right now that currently has a winning record on the road. That is Southern Maryland.
And they've played, what, 4 games on the road?
Yes.
Pitch is over for a strike. 2-1 on Skull. I mean, we'll see. They've been at home ever since. We'll see when they go on the road how they fare. Skull hitting .216, hit his second home run last night on a 3-0 green light. And he swings here. Oh, line drive caught by Nelly, who steps on first for the double play. Oh my goodness, that ball could not have possibly been hit harder. And thank goodness Nelly didn't blink. That was a heat-seeking missile. He caught it and stepped on first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was an error and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 York. Three 3-0 York as we go to the bottom of the second. We'll have baseball on WOYK tonight, 6:10, Phillies and the Texas Rangers tonight. And morning ball here in York today. Almer Reyes digs in, a 3-0 lead on the Franco home run, and Reyes swings and misses first pitch. Reyes, a big 2-run single last night that started the comeback with 2 outs in the 6th. That was huge. He's now hitting .257, drove in his 5th and 6th runs. And Keel out of the stretch. He lifts and fires, and a swing and a foul back to the roof. Figuera and Rodriguez coming up also.
And I would say I would have liked if we could have the Sixers on, but you know, given how they played down in Miami, I think not the worst thing in the world that the Reds were playing over them here the other night.
I missed nothing, apparently. Pitch, it is line hard the other way, and starting in was Jarrett, who then has to back up, but he's there. Zach Jarrett's first step was in, and then he realized, uh-oh, and had to back it up quickly a couple of steps, but reaches up to squeeze. Was hard hit.
They did have 34 from Maxey last night, but that's probably the only bright spot of that entire trip.
Well, hopefully they get the MVP back tomorrow night. Here is Edwin Figuera. And first pitch, that's down low.
You would think he'd be the MVP.
He better be the MVP.
It's going to a guy who has not won a playoff series in his career, so that's the unfortunate part of it.
That'll be a...
They call him the Joker. It's a joke if he wins.
I don't think he's going to. Here's a swing and a broken bat loop, shallow right. That's going to fall. Base hit for Figuera, his first since coming back. And he dumps it in. Now, there was something on Twitter that there's a bunch of league executives going to Philadelphia tomorrow night, and it seems like it's to present him with the award. So,
because I had seen a compilation of all the leaked ballots or released ballots, whatever they were, and Jokic had essentially taken the majority of those. But, well, it would be well-deserved for Joe if he's able to.
Here's Lenine, and a curveball low and in. Did that hit him? It did. It got a piece of his foot. He'll be awarded first base. So a curveball hit by pitch, and the Revs with 2 on. I don't know, Jake. Maybe I'm following a burner account.
Yeah, you could. Maybe it's one of Brian Colangelo's.
You never know.
Darren Moore is a pretty online guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he has burner accounts too. He's probably a little better at hiding them than Mr. Colangelo was.
Yes. I believe the turtleneck guy had his wife leave a trail of evidence. She was in charge of one of them, or 21 of them. Now here's Jeffrey Perez, 2 on, 1 out. Revs up 3-0 in the second, and Keel delivers a strike over the outer half.
What I was going to say regarding the actual baseball game on the field was that ball hit Lenine in the foot. We've seen a lot of pitches this series that could have hit Revs in the foot, and they were able to dance out of the way. Sets him up nicely here for Jeffrey.
Here's the 0-1, and it tails off the plate outside. Keel was a Texas League All-Star 2018. That was with the San Antonio Missions at AA mid-season.
I do feel a responsibility to keep the sports talk going, considering we cut off Dan Patrick and we will, well, to some, unfortunately cut off Colin Cowherd.
I hate to do it, but pitch, it is swung on and missed up high.
I'll try to get my analogies together.
Well, at least today we got 2 hours of DP as opposed to the 1 that Lexington afforded us last week. I mean, we got there in time for the Tuesday night game. We were barely there in time for the Wednesday morning game. Keel the pitch, swing, and it's popped up foul, first base side. It'll land near the top of the stands. Right into one of our school groups. Somebody's got a souvenir. Looks like they're all okay. Revs out in front on the Carlos Franco 3-run homer with 2 outs in the first. Keel the stretch and delivers. Swinging a dribbler foul over by the third base dugout. We'll do it again. Perez battling.
A lot of NIL discourse on the Sports Talk frame today. I was listening to Two Pros and a Cup of Joe as I drove in this morning.
I like them. They are fun. Now Keel fires. Buried it, low and in by Jeffrey's foot. 2-2. Levy had blocked it and was scrambling around trying to locate it.
I brought this up to you yesterday off the air, and maybe one of our viewers can figure out what this means, but in classic Colin fashion, he had one of his great analogies yesterday. He compared NIL to cryptocurrency and NFTs. Don't exactly know how that corresponds other than a three-letter acronym that starts with the letter N, but
he'll find a connection somehow. 2-2. And it sinks down low. Change up. Jeffrey getting a good look at everything here. Full count with Stokes on deck. Here Troy pounding his cleats on deck. Now Keel ready with it. And the 3-2. Swing and a foul tip held on to. Now Perez had one of his best at-bats in a while, but Keel pulled the string, 3-2 changeup, and a foul tip held on to for his second strikeout.
yeah, been a lot of tough breaks for Jeffrey here in this series. 3 strikeouts last night, but like you said, for the first time really this series, or maybe since his first couple of bats of the series, deep competitive at-bats like we've been used to seeing from the top of the order.
That could be a start, and then hits will start to come. Here's Troy Stokes Jr. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. As he cuts away at the first one, he doubled down the third base line to ignite that 3-run first, scored on the Franco homer. Revs a 3-0 lead. Keel set at the belt and comes home, and a swing and a miss, same spot up. Troy will back away. No batting gloves for him, but he does have protector on the bottom hand, the left hand, on the outside of it. But likes to feel the bat in the hands. And he'll look to battle with 2 strikes. Here's the stretch. And Keel to the plate. Swing, and he pops it up foul over the Revs' first base dugout. Holderbach over, but out of room. It lands in the first row behind the dugout. Revs looking to tee off today. Carlos Franco did. So can you at Royal Manchester Golf Links. Play the best layout in PA on the area's only Pure Links course. Book online at royalmanchestergolflinks.com.
I have to wonder if some of these guys have a tee time there after this game.
I bet.
I can almost assure you that Travieso does.
Austin Nicely might even, knowing him. Here's the pitch. Figueroa runs. It's high. Throw to the trailing runner, Lenine, who got the feet in before Rosa from second could scamper in to receive and reach down for a tag. The trailing runner, Lenine, he was the key there. And he got the feet in, so it's a double steal. Our Harvey's Rental steals of the game. Visit Harvey's for all your steel product needs here in York.
And it almost seems as if Rosa didn't really realize Lenine had been taking off until he ran past him.
They're now second and third. And time asked for.
A lucky break that he was able to get to the bag there. Maybe a second later, and that ball sailing into the outfield.
Gives the Revs 15 bags as a team. Here's the pitch to Stokes. It's outside. Good eye. Change up with a little tail. Revs are third in the league in steals. Stokes has most of them, but he's got 10, but the team now with 15 after that double swipe. And Keel into his stretch. 2-2, and a swing and a miss. Change up down, gets Stokes to end the inning. Now back-to-back strikeouts to retire the side as Keel works out of some trouble. No runs on 1 hit. Revs leave 2 in scoring possession. And we'll go to the third inning today with York still on top, 3-0. Head of the third inning, 3-0 the Revs lead on the Carlos Franco first inning home run. Austin Nicely has been terrific through the first 2 innings, and Alex Holderbach out of the 8 hole will lead things off He caught for them last night, first base today. And nicely into his wind, delivers. And a line drive hit hard in center. That'll top spin down for a base hit. First pitch single. So Gastonia, I don't know if they've got guys coming in, but one position player on the bench again. And I understand that Chris Owings has been dealt to, I think they said Lake Erie of the Frontier League. Cesar Trejo to Cleburne of the American Association is what we were told.
Well, them and the Genomes, if I check the transaction log properly, basically have an entire second lineup on their temporary inactive list.
Here's Eric Jones. He swings and takes the first one the other way. Base hit to right. Through that wide open right side of the infield with the runner held, and Eric Jones makes it first and second with nobody out. Bottom two in their order with leadoff singles here in the third. Now back to the top, and Johnny Davis, who struck out swinging to start the day. Corners drawn into the edge. First pitch, he does show bunt and nicely has it slip up high. Nicely with 14 pitches in the first, just 12 in the second. Line drive double play helped him last inning. Now has his sign from Lenine. Here's the 1-0 and a bunt toward third. A good one. Nicely in front of Franco, and there's no chance. Has to hold it. It's a bunt base hit. They're loaded with no outs, and it was perfect. And Franco was not totally selling out that he was going to bunt, and he deadened it perfectly. Nicely got to it first, but even Austin, being the great athlete that he is off the mound, had no play to make. So bases loaded, no outs, and with a 3-0 lead, time for a little damage control here. As Reinheimer digs in, he struck out in the first. First pitch, swing and a foul ball back up over the roof.
And the trend I've noticed so far in this inning from the Gastonia hitters is being aggressive early in the count. Also nicely struck out the side in the first inning, so they're trying to avoid those pitchers' counts with how dangerous nicely put away stuff can be.
Ahead 0-1. Here's the stretch. Kicks, fires, and a cutter just inside. Revs obviously will absolutely trade a run for two. They're set up at double play depth in the middle. Reyes at short, and Figuera, the second baseman today. Kenley, Mondesi, and Herrera have the days off position player wise. 1-1, swing and a miss. There's a good changeup. Carousel going round and round in left center. One of the school groups camped on the lawn in right center.
That's where I would be, if not right behind home plate.
And nicely the pitch. Fastball up, and Reinheimer doesn't budge.
Wonder if any of them are going to try to be rebels and sneak out to the Bud Light Plaza.
Well, if we're being honest, that might be where I would be. Nicely is ready. The 2-2, swing and a deep drive to left field. Melky's going to have to play it off the wall. It hits by the manual scoreboard. Great carom, and he'll hold him to a single, but 2-run score. Holderbach and Jones around to score, 3-2. And Reinheimer drives it off the right edge of the manual scoreboard on the nemesis in left. It's a 2-run single. And the Honey Hunters have responded here in the third. Davis went first to third on it. And they're at the corners for Joseph Rosa with still no outs.
Yeah, 3 RBIs in the series now for Reinheimer. That one was just scorched.
4 straight hits to start the inning. And the tying run 90 feet away. Pitch to Rosa is over for a strike. A changeup up in the zone. An infield hit his first time. Nicely set. And the 0-1 swinging a fly ball foul, fading the other way toward that Bud Light bullpen. And down it comes. 0-2. Some folks day drinking go racing after it, perhaps stumbling over one another.
Is it finals week at York College, or is that next week?
Oh, great question.
I might be enjoying the end of a semester.
Runner going from first, and Rosa fouls it back. Reinheimer went in head first. He just lays there for a moment.
I'll tell you, if Shippensburg had a team near them that was playing a morning game, that's where I would be. Probably doing the same exact thing.
You mean studying?
Yes. Now, usually by Thursday, most of my finals were done. I had one on a Friday one semester, which was just brutal.
Sounds terrible. Nicely the 0-2. It's in the dirt. Lenine a clean pick. I do know that the York College baseball team has a big postseason series getting underway today against rival Alvernia. So you could catch this game and then head on over to Jaquette Field. A York doubleheader. Nicely ready, still no outs. Stares at first, delivers home, and a line drive base hit to right. Game tied. Davis in to score. Figueroa was toward the middle. And once again, Gastonia hits a ball where the fielders are not. Joseph Rosa lines it the other way. RBI single, 5 straight hits this inning, and we start over tied at 3. That'll bring up Zach Jarrett, the cleanup hitter, and first a mound visit from Mace. On our Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report, the Revs, knock on wood, are doing well. My patience is a little thin, but other than that, I'm doing well.
Maybe it might be enhanced, but when is your patience not thin?
I'd have to really evaluate that. How are you, Jake? Are you physically well?
Physically well, yes. I don't know if you count tiredness as physical, but the other question I was going to ask is, what time does that York College game start? Because with the way we've been playing games these past few nights.
Well, yeah, that could be tough.
We're about 50 minutes in here at top of the third.
3:30, if you can make it.
That's pushing it.
Now here's Jarrett, who struck out in the first. Nicely the pitch. It's high and wide. Mace spending a visit. Yeah, they play it. It would have been tomorrow, but due to weather, today is a great day. They're going to play it today, 3:30. Semifinal game 1. Pitch. It is off the plate away. Saturday, game 2 at noon at Jaquette, and then game 3 is if necessary. So you could go there. You could maybe see 2 games there, and then our Saturday night game here, like a triple header. There's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good time for a changeup. Nicely trying to stem the tide here in his 3rd inning. Revs with 3 in the first on 1 swing. Gastonia 3 in the third here on 5 swings. Pitch, and it tails down and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. So sharp the first inning, and now he's battling it a bit. Looking to get back on track. Ready with the signal. 3-1 to Jarrett. A swing, a ground ball. Left side, are you kidding me? Right through the opening. They'll put up the stop sign on Reinheimer at third, and they're loaded. That one off the end of the bat, and you could use a ground ball so badly here, and it's right in the hole. That's 6 straight hits.
And most of this inning has been not considerably hard contact, minus pretty much the Reinheimer hit.
And now Stuart Levy, the 7th hitter of the inning. He grounded out to second last inning. Nicely delivers, and a breaking ball just inside. It's pretty close. Honey Hunters now with 7 hits, 6 this inning. 1-0, swinging a foul tip back to the net. Get the other North Carolina team in tomorrow night. High Point. Be their first road game. We welcomed Gastonia for their first road games. What a schedule they've drawn up this year. Nicely the 1-1, swinging a bouncer foul, third base side. Every year I say maybe this will be the year that it's normal, and I am proven more and more wrong year after year. Maybe when Hagerstown comes in geographically, it'll balance it out. Now nicely is set. And delivers, and a swing and a fly ball left center field. Mesa heading after it, deep in the gap. It carries. It is off the base of the wall. 2 runs will score at least. Throw coming into Reyes. They'll stop Jarrett at third, and Stuart Levy with a 2-run double. Off the wall, padding in left center, and Gastonia has scored 5 here in the third. They lead it 5-3. Second and third, still no outs. 7 consecutive hits this inning. This came out of nowhere the way Nicely was looking the first 2 innings. And I think just leaving it up and over the plate, I don't know if it's any more complicated than that. Here's Hampton, the infield in. First pitch, line drive, base hit to left. Out of the reach of Franco, and it's 6-3. Jarrett in to score, Levy up to third, 8 straight hits. RBI single for Reese Hampton. And the Revs are going to get bullpen activity here in the third inning. Now here's Jake Skull, lined into the double play last inning. And the 9th hitter here in the third, still looking for the first out. A lot of game to go, but Gastonia, a big punch here in the third. First and third, there goes the runner from first. Curveball strike, Lenine throws it down, but late. Hampton goes in head first and steals his 8th. Gastonia does love to run. And that makes it second and third again. And again, the Revs will bring the infield in. And if they were back on Hampton's hit, Franco probably gets to it. This obviously, again, benefits the offense. Pitch to Skoll is in the dirt, gets through Lenine, and here comes Levy from third. He'll score on a wild pitch right through the wickets, and it's 7-3. Hampton goes to third. This came out of nowhere. And the Revs, the first two nights here at PeoplesBank Park, their home ERA, 2.84. Nicely picked up where everybody left off the first two innings, but now this. 1-1 on Skoll, infield in, pitch, line drive, it knocks Nicely's hat off. Reyes has it in front of second and throws to first. And Hampton stays at third. It's 1-6-3 on the out. And Nicely on the follow through ducked. I think his hat, did the hat rip? The hat ripped. He needs a new hat. I think he's fine, thank goodness. Jack Kenley, part of the all-hair team with Nicely, brings him a new hat. And oh man, a shot. I don't think it was a total missile. He was able to duck and preserve himself, but it broke his hat.
Yeah, that could have been a million times worse. If you want to take something from that.
Wow. A runner at third, one out, and here's Alex Holderbach, who singled to start the inning. Infield stays in. 7-3 game. The pitch, it's a curveball low and in. Lenine stays on top of it. And Nicely went into self-defense mode and trying to make a play. He ducked, but he flung his glove up. But it was the hat that it hit. The 1-0, swing and a miss, good changeup. Doesn't it just seem like Gastonia has been sitting on whatever he's been throwing this inning?
It has.
He was fooling him the first two innings. Now back with another changeup. That's a strike. It feels like they know what's coming almost. Revs have Robinson Parra up in the bullpen. Nicely ready. 1-2 and a changeup in the dirt. And if they were really on his fastball, I mean, he's giving Holderbach here nothing but changeups, which might be the adjustment they need to make here. But unfortunately, a lot of damage has already been done. Now the 2-2. Swinging a tapper, hit softly and foul down toward Franco at third. And again, Jake, a handful of these hits have also just been well placed. A handful of them have not been scorched.
Yeah, primarily just the Reinheimer hit and that screamer back there by Skoll.
Nicely ready. Another 2-2, and it's right there. Strike three called, inside corner. Holderbach is frozen. Strikeout number 4 today, and that's out number 2 here in the third.
The Hampton one in particular you mentioned, that's a play that is probably an out if the infield's playing back.
Had the bunt hit earlier in the inning too. Rosa found a hole with the way that the defense was lined up. Now here's Eric Jones, who singled earlier in the inning. First pitch is a breaking ball in. 7-3 Gastonia here in the third. It's almost the end of the first quarter. football score. Now the 1-0. And a swing and a high chop, left side. Franco to his left. He's got it. Sidearm throw in the dirt, and Nelly can't pick it. And an 8th run of the inning scores. Throwing error on Franco, and it's 8-3. Nelly's good on those picks, but couldn't come up with that one. And I think Franco just didn't set himself. Well, an ugly inning, nicely with 35 pitches in the inning. And here's Davis at the top. First pitch fastball misses in. Revs with their second error today. And they've been good defensively early this year. 1-0, that is a half swing and a foul back. Davis tried to stop. You can hear him react to himself. One of the errors last inning was on nicely on a swinging bunt. York came in today actually 3rd in the league in defense. Pitch is grounded left side and through the hole again. What gives? Reyes dove to his right. That ball in on Davis's hands, not hit hard, but another one into left, and that's going to be it for nicely today. Mace on his way to the mound. Oh, and a great start the first 2 innings, and just a really frustrating third is going to cause an early exit again. It's the biggest inning against the Revs so far this season. And nicely will exit after 2 2/3 for the second straight start. And Robinson Parra makes his way in. First and second with 2 outs. Honey Hunters have scored 8 in the third. They lead it 8-3. We'll be back in a moment. Well, Robinson Parra is in here in the third inning. 2 on, 2 out, 8 home. First pitch to Jack Reinheimer misses inside. Nicely. 38 pitches in the third. 12 batters faced. This is the 13th of the inning. Parra the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Some good late movement on that one. Earlier this inning, Reinheimer a 2-run single off the nemesis. He's 1 for 2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Good slider. Para in his 5th game. 1 win, no losses, 1.59 ERA, 1 run, and 5 2/3. 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. By the way, Encarnacion done for the day, double hooked out. Keel, I think, throwing some warm-ups in the Gastonia bullpen to loosen back up. Pitch, breaking ball, hit high in the air to deep left field. That one's back. It is gone over the nemesis. And Jack Reinheimer with a 3-run home run has driven in 5 this inning. The Honey Hunters have scored 11 runs in the 3rd and lead this game 11-3. Oh my. Five ribbies this inning alone for the 2-hole hitter. And Para, who had made a couple of really good pitches to get ahead, left one over the middle, and Reinheimer did not miss it. Oof. Here is Joseph Rosa. And a fastball over for a strike. Wow. Maybe it'll rain. Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball misses low. It's the most runs in an inning allowed since 2018. Pitch, it is down low. The most ever given up is 12. And that's happened twice, including the first game in Revs history. And this is the 3rd time that they've given up 11 in an inning. Last time it happened, April 28th, 2018 against Lancaster. Pitch here is popped up foul, back and out of play. That was a 14-4 loss. Maybe today will be like a 14-11 win.
We've seen crazier things, I will say.
2-2, and that misses high.
If one team can have an 11-run inning, why can't the other?
Yeah. I agree. Maybe Gastonia had better donuts. Pitch is a called 3rd strike. Well, you heard what Joseph Rosa thought about it. He said, "No way, bro." And that'll end the inning. Here comes Goose, I think to protect his player as much as anything. And Sarah with the dinosaur hat on is liable to get in the middle of that for the between inning promo. An 11-run 3rd for Gastonia comes on 10 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 11-3 Gastonia. Well, they're to the bottom of the third, 11-3 Gastonia. Malky Mesa to lead it off. Keel's first pitch is on the outer edge for a strike. Mesa ground out his first time. That was a little bit shocking. One off, the biggest inning allowed in Revs history as Mesa tries to stop, breaking ball in. The appeal to first, he did hold in time. Revs got out to a great start coming off the emotional win last night. Franco a 3-run homer to open the scoring, but then Gastonia hangs 11 2 innings later. 1-1 and a fastball for a strike. To the final line on nicely today, 2 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned. No walks and 4 Ks. Pitch to Malky, breaking ball, grounded foul, third base side. Had 64 pitches, 43 were strikes. And early on, mowed him down, but in the third inning, the strikes got hit. Puts his ERA at 15.88 through 3 starts. Pitch to Malky, a swing and a line drive to left. That's a base hit. Toward the line, it'll 2-hop the nemesis, takes his turn, thought about it. He'll strike his pose as he slams the brakes and heads on back. Now Malky with a rope to left and a leadoff single here in the third.
Well, still a lot of ball game to play with, as we mentioned, so just chip away has to be the approach in these next couple of innings. You got the heart of your order here with Malky getting the leadoff single.
Now Nelly Rodriguez has to adjust the chain, his necklace, as he climbs in. Nelly walked and scored in the first inning. And Keel to the plate. It's a backdoor curve, strike called. This goofy schedule, and that's the nicest way I can put it. The Revs will not see Gastonia again, which is fine, until mid-July here. It's the pitch, and it's a called strike down. And they only make one visit to Gastonia, which is at the end of July, and then we don't see them at all in August or September. Only played 9 times head-to-head. Pitch to Nelly, a swing and a foul the other way, first base side. And I liked going to Gastonia. I liked going to High Point, not the radio booth, but I liked going to High Point. We only go there once. But we get to go to Lancaster like 80 times. And, you know, I kind of don't like that. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And a slider in gets Nelly. That's strikeout number 4 for Keel. We'll go to Staten Island like 3 times in the next 4 weeks and then won't go there again. Here's Franco, who had the 3-run homer in the first. We got a Revs fan, Scott, tuned in, getting ready for that big Spartan baseball game today. Left on left, pitch to Franco, swinging a chop foul off the front of the Revs dugout.
When do you think is the last at-bat that Robinson Perez had in a game? As I just saw him take the donut off.
Yeah. I didn't know they were going to, because they had somebody throwing in the bullpen, but they're going to let him hit. Pitch to Franco, swing and a miss. Big rip. Well, let's find out. The last one, this first one will be, the next one will be the first one at the pro level. Pitch to Franco, swinging a pop foul the other way and out of play. Revs did have their biggest comeback ever against Gastonia. That was last October. Pitch here, a foul tip. And he stays alive. Ricocheted off somebody's shin guards. The last October 3rd, the Revs were down 13-1. I believe it was a 7-run first and a 6-run second. And then they won the game 17-16 in 7 innings. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Pitch to Franco, a swing and a miss, reaching at a breaking ball. And that's out number 2. Blocked in the dirt by Levy. And that day, that was a Sunday afternoon. York had a 10-run fourth in that comeback. Jake, maybe you'll get to call a 10-run fourth and they'll take the lead.
We can hope.
You ever call a 10-run fourth before?
I've called 10-run innings. I don't know if it's specifically the fourth or not.
Here's Parra, who's up there swinging. He cuts through the first one. First at bat for him. Encarnacion done for the day thanks to the double hook. It's the 0-1 and a swing and a foul to the net. He's right on it. Last year, this was a regular occurrence, seeing pitchers hit. This year, if you go 5, we won't have to. Pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. And Keel strikes out the side in the 3rd inning. Has 6 total. Leadoff single from Mesa is left on. Later, Jake. Good luck. We head to the 4th. Jake with the play-by-play. It's Gastonia 11, York 3.
Well, fresh off of his first professional at-bat, Robinson Parra returns to the mound in the top of the 4th inning. 11-3 Gastonia leads it after the 11-run 3rd. 11 runs on 11 hits so far for the Honey Hunters. Robinson Parra will face Zach Jarrett to start things off, and the first pitch runs inside, almost gets him, but he backs off. Couple of former prospects of rival organizations squaring off here. Parra, a Red Sox product. And the fastball over, swung on and missed at 89 to even the count at 1. And Jarrett, a few years in the Orioles system. Stuart Levy and Reese Hampton to follow this inning. The 1-1 breaking ball doesn't break quite enough. 2-1 to Jarrett, who was part of the hit rally, part of the third inning. Backs off here, it's 3-1. That struck out to end the first inning. And the delivery swung on and missed, went upstairs with a fastball, got him to swing through it. Into the wind, payoff, fouled back. So 5 Honey Hunters hitters hit twice. Sorry, 6 hit twice in the third inning. Another payoff. Inside, ball 4. So Jarrett starts the inning with a walk.
Number 15, Stuart Levy.
Parra came into the ball game with 2 outs in that third inning. Gave the 3-run long ball to Jack Reinheimer. Rude awakening, and then struck out Rosa looking to end the inning. Runner on first, and here's Stuart Levy. First pitch from Parra, misses up. Action still going in the Revs bullpen. Levy doing the catching duties on this fine Thursday morning. Parra looks over now to the plate. And that one's at the letters for a called strike. Middle infield at double play depth, outfield playing Levy straight away. 2-run double, part of the barrage of the third inning for Levy. A look in for the sign, now the 1-1. High fastball swung through. So we go around the league, brought to you by Wolf's Bus Line. One other game in action this morning, as Southern Maryland, riding a 10-game winning streak, are hosting the Barnstormers, trying to go for the sweep. They lead it 1-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Payoff from Parra, swung on and missed. Went upstairs with another fastball. Levy swung through it. First out of the inning for Parra, his second strikeout. Reese Hampton, an RBI single in the third. Will turn around and bat from the left side now against the right-handed throwing Parra. Jarrett with a healthy lead off of first. Parra looks in, now delivers. And just above the letters that time. Jarrett has swiped 3 bases this season, 3 for 3. Already 1 steal on the day for the Honey Hunters. Not going, this one's up and away. Two balls, no strikes to Hampton. And a half swing fouled off into the Honey Hunters bullpen. Not hit all too hard, yet the pitcher still run for cover. Toss it to a young fan. Although they might be on the older side of the demographic in the ballpark today. Here's the pitch from Parra, tapped foul. They'll even it at 2. Parra, 1.42 ERA on the season so far for York. He's been one of the pleasant surprises in the bullpen, but they'll have a lot to handle today. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Went with a slider that time. Back-to-back strikeouts. Third of the afternoon already. Hampton's down 2 away. I'll bring up Jake Skoll, who his last at bat was the scary line drive back to the mound that hit Austin nicely in the hat. Also lined into a double play his first time up. First pitch from Parra, down and in, blocked by Lenine. Last night had the big 2-run home run in the 6th inning on a 3-0 pitch, had the green light. After that pop-up double by Reese Hampton kept the inning alive. He's facing Parra here. Pitch is outside. And to make matters worse, I believe both of the scoreboards now look out of commission for the afternoon. A beautiful Honey Hunters logo staring us down on the video board, and Revs on the board that I usually double check the count on. Here's the pitch to Skoll, fouled back, 1-1. Skoll hitting just .205 on the young season. We saw the power that he possesses last night. Already has seen his defense in right field making a couple nice plays. He slid over to center field this afternoon. Parra's pitch up. (11-3) ball game here in the top of the 4th inning. Revs and Gastonia in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Parra's pitch outside, ball 4. So 2 strikeouts, 2 walks this inning. Jarrett moves into scoring position at second.
First baseman, Alex Holderbach.
Now the first baseman, Alex Holderbach. The first player to have 2 at-bats last inning. Runner in scoring position here, fouls the first pitch off to the right side. Single and a strikeout. Parra looks back at second. Now sets and delivers. A half swing, no go, and it's inside. On deck is Eric Jones, the third baseman. Another look back from Parra, the delivery, and that one just down. Two and one the count, 2 away in the 4th. Parra's delivery swung on and missed. Went inside with that one, just underneath the hands. Now 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Jarrett on second, Skoll on first. The batter's Holderbach, and he stays alive, fouling this off to the right side. That one over the heart there with 2 strikes. 35 pitches for Robinson Parra. His early relief outing. The pitch just off the plate away, 3-2. And with the slide piece that time. Runners will be in motion. Nelly plays behind Skoll at first. Lenine stepped out in front of the plate to direct traffic before the pitch. Here's the payoff. Inside, ball 4. brushed him off the plate. Third walk of the inning, second straight for Robinson Parra. An hour and 36 minutes in, we're in the top of the fourth inning. 11-3 Gastonia after an 11-run third inning, where they finally got to Austin nicely on the afternoon. First pitch to Jones is swung on to right field. Backtracking is Stokes. He's at the track and puts it away. Lightly runs into the wall, but finally the inning is averted. No runs, no hits, and they strand the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Revs looking for an answer. They still trail it 11-3. Elmer Reyes leads off to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Waiting for a first base coach. I believe that's Duke von Schaman from the bullpen. Parra loaded the bases in the top half, but got out unscathed. However, it's still 11-3. First pitch to Elmer Reyes up and away. Jerry Keel still on the mound. For the Honey Hunters, he's looked good, minus the Franco home run in the first. That one's across for a strike. Working from the stretch, now delivers, and Elmer hits this one in the air. Left center field, that chases back Hampton at the wall, he leaps, and it is gone! Just out of the outstretched glove of Reese Hampton, and Elmer Reyes leads off the fourth inning with a solo shot. The Revs slowly chip away. There's the cannon. It's now an 11-4 ball game. Edwin Figuera to follow. For Keel, 67 pitches, 46 strikes. Through his first 3 innings of work. Reyes with the long ball, cuts it to 11-4. Here's Kiel's delivery. Up the middle, off the glove of Kiel. Ricochets to short. Reinheimer long throw in time to get the hustling Figuera. Now the 9-hole hitter, Lenin Rodriguez, the Checkers RBI guy of the afternoon. Kiel played his college ball at Cal State Northridge. Sets at the belt and delivers to Rodriguez across for a strike. Part of the Big West Conference, which I think is one of the more underrated conferences in college baseball. 0-1 to Lenin, breaking ball, and breaks just a little too far in. This year, it's being dominated by UC Santa Barbara. Open stance from Lenin, the 1-1. On the ground, right side, through for a base hit. Down the line, past the glove of the first baseman, Holderbach. Throw in, holds Rodriguez at first. But he's on base for the second time today. And turns it around to the top of the order for Jeffrey Perez. Of course, you have a couple other powerhouses in that conference, including Cal State Fullerton, who's usually one of the better teams in the nation. A down year for them. You have UC Irvine, Long Beach State, who came into this season in the top 25. Sets at the belt and delivers. And a backdoor cutter looked like on the outside corner for a strike to Perez. Above 500 for Northridge this year. As Kiel looks over and delivers. And a foul tip looked to be into Perez's foot. But Northridge 11-10 in the conference and 23-19. Kiel played 4 years there, 63 games, including 57 as a starter. A 2.75 ERA. Segued that into a 9th round selection. At the belt, delivers. Half swing, appeal down to first. Yes, he did. Perez is down on strikes for the second time today. 2 down for Troy Stokes Jr. (18-24) record, 2.75 ERA, and 269 strikeouts over that career. As we said, first year in Indy ball after 6 seasons in the Padres system. Stokes awaits and swings through a first pitch changeup, strike 1. Revs have gotten 1 run back this inning on the Elmer Reyes solo homer to lead things off. Figuera grounded out. Lenin Rodriguez singled and Jeffrey Perez down swinging. Pitch to Stokes, off the outside corner, evens it up. Stokes Jr. doubled in the first inning. Started that 3-run rally, which was capped off by the Franco 3-run homer. And then struck out his next time up. Chops this one on the ground to short. Reinheimer will go to second for the force and get the out. Well, the Reds get 1 back on the solo shot by Elmer Reyes. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Gastonia still leads it 11-4. Well, the new pitcher in the top of the 5th is Justin Arias. The refs took a while getting a catcher out there for him, as Lenin Rodriguez, of course, was stranded on base to end the inning. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't let Arias throw the full 8 pitches. The rare enforced pace of play rule here, as this will be the last one for Arias, who is coming off one of the tougher outings he's had so far this season. He relieved Nick Travieso on Tuesday night. Ended up walking, actually hit the first batter and then walked 2 straight before he was pulled for Johendry Herrera. Has a clean slate to work with in the top of the 5th inning. Starts back at the top of the order with the leadoff hitter, Johnny Davis. 11-4 Gastonia here in the rubber match. First pitch from Arias is up. Revs got 1 back last inning on the solo shot by Reyes. Now Johnny Davis fouls this one back. So 3rd RBI of the series for Elmer. Just rattled off a nice couple of games here. Pitch from Arias, high fastball, swung on and missed. 91. That was the first long ball of the year for Reyes. Arias' pitch, waved at and missed. Went with the breaking pitch that time, and Davis swung right over top of it, 1 away. Jack Reinheimer had a 5 RBI inning in the 3rd. Long single and a home run. Pitch misses up. Had an RBI single in the 5th inning of Tuesday's game. Takes this one on the outside corner for a strike. 6 RBIs in the 3-game series. Arias delivers. Down and away. Went with the slider that time. Arias looking to put Tuesday night's outing behind him. Pitch to Reinheimer, pop foul behind the plate, 2-2. One would argue that from an outing like that, you can only go up. This will be appearance number 6. And Reinheimer takes this one the other way towards the line. It's down for a base hit into the corner. Stokes will chase it down. Reinheimer's around first. He's going to head for 3rd. And Stokes is having trouble with it. Believe it's out of play. So Reinheimer will trot home. Wait on the ruling on this one. That right field corner, we can't see it from our vantage point. Reinheimer was hustling hard out of the box. Thought he had at least a triple, and Bill Reuter's going down there, and the bullpen's peeking out too as to what exactly happened. And it's a home run. Reinheimer went back to 3rd base, and then I didn't look to see if he initially touched the plate in the first place when he came around. We can't see in the corner. I don't exactly know what happened. Daryl, back on the headset, if you have an explanation.
Oh my, they gave him a home run. Clearly, Stokes had to have thought that it was out of play. I don't know if it would have gotten lodged under the door to the grounds area or up to the clubhouse in right field. He clearly thought that it was out of play. We couldn't see him. You know, normally you put your hands up. If you're an outfielder, he probably did that. We couldn't see it, but play kept going. And by the time Bill Reuter went down there, whatever he saw, he said that it did not go out of play. And Reinheimer circles the bases. It'll be an inside the Parker.
Second home run of the game. 6th RBI, and first pitch swing down the line, foul ball for Joseph Rosa. So Reinheimer's 4th of the year on an inside the Parker. You see something new every day. And I wish we could give you a better explanation, but as we said, that right field corner, you can't really see it. 0-1 to Rosa. Across for a strike. Oh-2 delivery in the air, right center field. Stokes over, Perez calls and puts it away. A bounce back out there, 2 away. And Zach Jarrett, the batter. Top of the 5th inning. It's now 12 for Gastonia. Pitch from Arias off the plate away. This one's on the ground, right side, past the sliding Figuera into right field. A 2-out base knock for Zach Jarrett, his 2nd hit of the game. I'll bring up Stuart Levy. Jarrett's reached 3 times today. That's his 2nd hit in addition to a walk. Stuart Levy had a 2-run double as part of that big 3rd inning and waves and misses at a changeup there for strike 1. 1 for 3 on the day for Levy, who's doing the catching duties for the 2nd time in this series. High set for Arias. Delivers. Went off speed again. This one misses up. So a well-pitched inning for the most part for Arias, minus the inside the park home run from Reinheimer. Runner on first, 2 away. That one gets the outside corner for a strike. Stuart Levy doesn't agree, but Trackman does. I don't think people want to hear the opinion of Trackman, but we'll see. High set from Arias. 1-2 delivery, swung on and missed. Took something off that one, his 2nd strikeout of the inning. But Gastonia gets another one back on the inside the park home run by Jack Reinheimer. RBI number 6 on the day, 7 in the series for the shortstop. Rez will look to get the run back and hopefully more against Jerry Keel when we come back. 12-4 ball game, thanks to the inside the park home run by Jack Reinheimer, the 5th time an inside the park home run has been allowed by the Revs, first since 2019. That was Zach Collier for New Britain at the time, and for the Revs, that is the 4th in stadium history. They've hit 2 themselves, both at home here. Tim Battle against Lancaster in 2014, and Luis Cruz against the Road Warriors in 2018. So you see something new every single day. Perez will look to get the run back. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning now, trailing 12-4. Melky Mesa, Nelly Rodriguez, and Carlos Franco. And then after that, possibly the pitcher. Set and delivery inside. Melky hit that long single in the 3rd inning. The set and delivery on the ground is short. There's Reinheimer. Takes a step and fires across in time. Second out in a row to Reinheimer, the 1st of the 5th.
Now batting, first baseman, number 12, Nelly Rodriguez.
Jerry Keel just threw his 79th pitch of the day, and the bullpen still pretty barren on the Gastonia side. More action going down in the York bullpen. Nelly's 0 for 1, walked in the 1st and scored, and then struck out in the 3rd. Takes this one across for a strike. He thought it was inside. .80 pitches now for Keel. He's ahead against Nelly Rodriguez, 0-1. Looping breaking ball, that one misses. Well, the first one, trackman-wise, inside. That one right over the heart of the plate. 1-1 pitch. Inside, backs Nelly off, and you have to wonder if there are accounts on Twitter and such that are meant to grade umpires on their performance based on location. Don't have that for the Atlantic League necessarily. Here's the 2-1 swung through and missed by Nelly, but it's very interesting to see in Major League Baseball how that plays out. There was a great article earlier this week published by Jeff Passan, who always puts out phenomenal stuff for ESPN. 2-2, set to the belt and delivers. Breaking ball, backdoors him, outside corner, called strike 3. Nelly's down on strikes for the 2nd time today. That's number 7 for Keel. But the point of reference was actually that Sunday night baseball game a couple weeks ago between the Brewers and the Phillies, where Kyle Schwarber was ejected in the 9th inning. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Carlos Franco is off the plate away. So the umpire's scorecard account in that game had Angel Hernandez at 86%. Another account called Ump Auditor had him at 88%. Pitch to Franco, waved at and missed on the breaking pitch. But the point of the article was how Major League Baseball grades their umpires internally. Major League Baseball's internal system had Hernandez at 96% in that game.
Wrong.
96% correct, allegedly. 96% wrong, as you may have heard Daryl just say, might have been more accurate. But if you always wonder about the accountability of umpires around Major League Baseball, they're obviously on a very different grading system. 1-2 to Franco. In the air, left center field. This one chases back Hampton again. He looks up and it's gone. Second home run of the ball game for Carlos Franco. A solo shot to left center field. And the Revs get that run back. It's now 12-5. No wind really in the ballpark today. That one just kept gliding out off the bat. Franco is second of the game, third of the game for York. So they slowly try to sneak back into this ball game. 4 RBIs on the afternoon for Carlos Franco. And home run number 5 of the year pushes him into second place. Part of now a 5-way tie at the top of that order, just one behind Courtney Hawkins for the league lead. Now we'll have a pinch hitter in that abandoned DH spot. It was last night's DH and hero Josue Herrera, who will hit for Robinson Parra, or Jocelyn Arias. Excuse me, Parra was the last to hit. Swing and a miss from Herrera. Half swing effort. Isaac Sanchez was loosening up in the bullpen for York, so he will presumably get the 6th inning. Well, Mace figures might as well dig into your bench in a game like this. 12-5, backdoor breaking ball backs off Herrera. 5-way tie that also includes Quincy Lattimore of High Point, Riley Mahan of the Genomes, Jared Walker of Southern Maryland, and Xander Weil of High Point. Pitch to Herrera, breaking ball, flailed at and missed. A good pitch there from Keel. He's got 7 strikeouts on the day, and he's a strike away from number 8. 1-2, 2 away, 12-5 Gastonia. Carlos Franco just hit his 2nd home run of the ball game to cut that lead down a little bit, and another breaking ball swung on and missed. Herrera retired, 8 strikeouts on the afternoon for Jerry Keel of the Honey Hunters in his 3rd start of the season. Isaac Sanchez will take over in the top of the 6th inning. It's 12-5 Gastonia, and we'll be right back. Fourth pitcher of the ball. Fourth pitcher of the ball game for York is the right-hander Isaac Sanchez. 12-5 game on the long ball in the bottom of the 5th inning by Carlos Franco, his 2nd of the day and the first multi-homer game in his Revs career. He had 2 of them last season during his stint in Mexico. So Jack Reinheimer and Carlos Franco both with 2 home runs in this game. Sanchez toes the rubber. He'll have Reese Hampton to deal with first, and it misses up. Wind and delivery from Sanchez up and away. He pitched on Tuesday in the home opener, went an inning, no hits, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. This will be appearance number 6 for him. And this one is inside. Makes it 2-0. Really has settled down ever since his first tough outing in Long Island. 2-0. This one's down. And maybe that was a pitch behind, because that's ball 4 as Hampton scampers down to first. He's on for the third time today. Reached on an error in the second and then a single. Now the batter's Jake Skoll. First pitch, down and in. Pitch from Sanchez. Up and away. So after the walk, Sanchez has gone 2-0 to Jake Skoll. Skoll's already reached on a walk his last time to the plate. The set and the pitch. And that one's over for a called strike. Saw in between innings a couple of the school groups going back. The one on the lawn has left. Here's the 2-1. This one's fouled back. Hampton on first after the leadoff walk. We're in the top of the 6th inning, 12-5 Gastonia. All 5 of the Revs' runs today have come on 3 separate long balls. Sanchez sets and delivers. This one's up. Draws the count full to Skoll, and 3 home runs, the most they've hit as a team in a game so far this season. Full count to Skoll. Popped up. Foul behind the plate. He stays alive. Skoll looking to move along his off-season teammate with the Savannah Bananas in Reese Hampton, or Reese's Pieces as he's called on the Bananas. Sets to the belt, now pitches, and swung on and missed by Skoll. Foul tip into the mitt. Good bounce back from Sanchez. First strikeout of the afternoon, 1 away. Alex Holderbach, 1 for 2 and a walk. Hampton off at first. Sanchez's first delivery is up and in. Sanchez sets, now delivers. That one's across the inside corner. Don't want to beat a dead horse here, but in case you're curious, we're in the top of the 6th inning. 2 hours and 9 minutes into this game. Sets and delivers. Half swing, called strike anyway. Sanchez ahead 1-2, and May have heard Daryl's frustration on a hot mic there. Holderbach, a 308 hitter this season, 6 RBIs. Gastonia has 3 catchers that they rotate around. This one's on the ground, off the glove of Sanchez. Glove comes off, he barehands it, throws to first off the glove of Nelly, so they don't get the out, and in with a head-first slide at third base is Reese Hampton. That was a potential double play ball that was knocked down by Sanchez, and then they couldn't even get the out at 1. As the quick throw pulled Nelly off the bag. Runners on the corners and 1 away. It's going to be an error on the field. It's going to be an E3 ruled on the missed catch by Rodriguez. Runners on the corners now, and the 9-hole hitter Eric Jones playing third base today. Breaking pitch over for a called strike. Eric Jones has reached twice today, but he's 1 for 3. Reached on an error in the 3rd inning. Pitch from Sanchez, chopped right into his foot. Oh, and 2 the count. He went to a bit of a painful squat trying to walk it off. They only have 1 guy on the bench today. Ironically, it is their 3rd baseman, Roman. Three catchers on their roster, all of them in the field today. Levy behind the plate, Holderbach at first, and Jones at third. Right now it's Hampton at third, Holderbach at first. 0-2 count from Sanchez with 1 away. And it's ripped at third, right at Franco. He makes the catch, runners retreat. A hard hit ball, good play by Franco, and 2 away. Back now to the top of the order, and Johnny Davis. Top of the 6th, 12-5. First pitch from Sanchez, across the outside corner for a strike. Davis 2 hits and 2 strikeouts on the day, one being a bunt single in the 3rd. And that one's over for a called strike. 0-2. Sanchez a strike away from getting out of this inning. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Took something off that one. Davis swings through it. He's set down on strikes for the 3rd time today. No runs, no hits, the error, and 2 are left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still Jerry Keel on the mound for the Honey Hunters, and we'll be right back.
station, number 43, the shortstop, Elmer Reyes.
Bottom of the 6th, and Elmer Reyes digging in to lead things off. He led off the 4th with a solo homer. Still against Jerry Keel, who's at 92 pitches and 64 strikes. First pitch to Reyes, breaking ball down. Elmer last at bat, his first home run of the season. Sets at the belt and delivers. Chopped on the ground, slow roller, charging is Jones. He bobbles it and tried to come up and throw it, but he misplays it. Likely an E5. But the leadoff man is on. And they give him the hit. So Elmer reaches his second hit of the ball game to lead off the 6th. Edwin Figuera, the batter. He's 1 for 2. Delivery is across for a strike. Picked up his first Revs hit in the 2nd inning. Of course, he was the man who scored the winning run in last night's walk-off, pinch running as the ghost runner in the 10th. Killing the wind and fouled back by Figuera. Some light tossing now in the Gastonia bullpen.
I did. I considered you guys and decided not to bring the field.
Keel looks over, sets at the belt, comes to the plate, and is popped up. On the infield, calling is the second baseman Rosa. He makes the catch and retires Figuera. Here's Lenin Rodriguez. I believe I may have seen his back, so in my humble opinion, it is number 39, Miguel Hernandez. Johendra Herrera is throwing in the Revs bullpen. So it might be another inning by inning night or day. Here's Lenin, takes it in. Elmer Reyes led it off with an infield single. Pitch to Rodriguez. Check swing, appeal down, no go, says Bill Reuter. This will be pitch number 100. From Keel to Lenin Rodriguez. Down and away. We've seen deep pitch counts all series from this Gastonia starting rotation. Keel to the plate, up and away. Rodriguez walks. He's on base for the 2nd time today. Reyes to 2nd. And back to the top of the order in Jeffrey Perez. Just one away here, bottom of the 6th inning. Revs looking to cut into this lead. Gastonia leads it 12-5. Thanks to that 11-run 3rd inning. Revs had solo shots in the 4th and the 5th. And then a 3-run homer back in the 1st inning by Carlos Franco. A look back at 2nd, now to the plate. And it's across for a strike. Jeffrey thought it was down. We can confirm it is Miguel Hernandez warming up. Holderbach playing behind Rodriguez at first. Pitch chopped on the ground to short. Reinheimer charges, goes to 2nd for 1. Relay throw, not in time, and it skips to the backstop. And out of play. It ricocheted back into the field of play. Elmer Reyes comes around to score. Lead runner cut down, but Perez is at second base.
Now batting right field, number 4, Stokes Jr.
2 away now for Troy Stokes Jr. It's now a 12-6 game. The refs looking to deliver some parting blows to Jerry Keel, as Stokes could very well be his last batter. Runner on second. 2 away. First pitch. Breaking ball across for a strike. Stokes Jr. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Doubled back in the first. Here's the pitch. Off the plate away. Jeffrey Perez on second base. A look back, now to the plate, and it's at the knees, a called strike. Troy Stokes will mutter his displeasure. Perez on second. 1-2 pitch. Is a breaking ball down. Good block by the catcher, Levy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. One already across here in the 6th. Jeffrey Perez at second. Troy Stokes Jr. the batter. 2-2. Upstairs, drawing the count full. Base is open, with Melky on deck and the right-hander warming. This will be pitch number 109, potentially the final pitch of the day for Keel. Look back, the payoff. Stokes stays alive, fouling it down the right side, out of play. One across in this inning. Elmer Reyes reached on the infield single to lead off the inning. Came around to score on the errant double play relay from Joseph Rosa, the second baseman. Another payoff to Stokes. He once again stays alive, fouling it back. And if Stokes can drive in Jeffrey, that makes it a 12-7 ball game. The Revs have done everything they can to slowly chip away. The bullpen's just allowed the one inside the park home run to Jack Reinheimer. Stokes calls time. Stokes would love some redemption after something that must have happened in that corner. Another payoff. Driven out to left field. High, but settling under it is the left fielder Hampton. Puts it away and ends the inning. Another run crosses. It'll be Joe Henry Herrera likely into the ball game when we come back. It's 12-6 Gastonia here in the rubber match.
Go to the 7th inning. Revs are chipping away, trying to stay in it. 12-6 the score. Johanry Herrera, the new pitcher. Gastonia with the bulk of the damage. An 11-run 3rd inning. The Revs have scored in 3 consecutive innings, and 12-6 as we head to the latter third of this game. Here's Jack Reinheimer, who's had the biggest game of all. And Johanry ready. His first pitch is outside. Bright sunshine with some cloud cover about, but the sun shining brightly now. Pitch is swung on and launched way up. Melky reads it, left field. He hustles in. Reyes out from short. Melky calls and makes the play with the shades on and the hat tilted up. Stayed on his head as he called off Reyes, coming almost the whole way into the infield to get there. Reinheimer now 3 for 5 on the day with 2 homers and 6 driven in, including that inside the Parker. As we said, it's been a huge day for him. Here is Joseph Rosa, who's 2 for 4. And an RBI single in that 11-run 3rd. Revs will host High Point this weekend. Honey Hunters go to Staten Island after the game. Pitch to Rosa. It's a breaking ball in tight. For Johanry, he's in game number 7. 6 1/3 innings, 6 runs, 4 earned coming in, a 5.68 ERA. He fires and a swing and I guess a miss. Wasn't sure if he foul tipped it. Bounces off Lenin's mid, back to the backstop. Johanry tied with Alberto Rodriguez for the team lead in appearances entering play today, and 1 off the league lead. Pitch. It's a breaking ball strike. League leaders have 7 appearances. Briseño and Latos of Southern Maryland among those. Here's a slider, and it was right there, I thought. Didn't get the call, though. And maybe it's because it nicked off Lenin's mitt and went behind the plate. Maybe it bent inside as it came across. Thought it looked good from up here. Now 2-2. Base is empty, 1 out here in the 7th inning. And Herrera fires. Swing and a miss. Got him upstairs. Well, there is one other game going on this morning. Around the league, brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines. Bottom 7 at Regency Furniture Stadium. Lancaster and Southern Maryland tied at 1. Blue Crabs enter play today, trying to sweep that series. They've won 10 straight. Copying what Gastonia did, they are 10-1. Here's Jarrett. He swings, pops the first one up. Nelly from first going back toward the Revs bullpen. And it is a couple of rows deep as it comes down in the seats. His bullpen teammates all went scattering, and I would too if Nelly was approaching with any kind of speed. No balls, 1 strike. Jarrett 2 for 3, 2 singles, a walk, a run. Now the 0-1, and a slider just missed. That game in Waldorf, each team just 5 hits. Lancaster tied it with a run in the 6th, and they are 1-1 in the 7th. Pitch is a slider for a strike. That was Mitch Lamson for Southern Maryland. He went 5 scoreless. And Brent Teller for Lancaster, 6 innings, 1 run. Pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Johanry drills the outside corner, and Jarrett is rung up. A 1-2-3 7th for Herrera, who strikes out a pair. Nice crisp outing from him. And we've reached stretch time in our game. Go on to the bottom of the 7th. It's still Gastonia 12, York 6. Seventh inning stretch, our first baseball and education day game of the year. Revs trailing the Honey Hunters 12-6. Right-hander Miguel Hernandez replaces Jerry Keel, who had an interesting outing. A lot of pitches, 6 innings, decent amount of runs, a lot of strikeouts, 3 homers. He went 6, giving up 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 were earned, walked 2, struck out 9, 3 long balls, including 2 by Franco, and threw 111 pitches, 75 strikes. Now the Revs will look for a big latter third of this game. They've chipped away a little bit. 12-6 the score. In fact, they were down 8 at its biggest. Pitch to Melky Mesa, driven to the gap in right center field. Skull on the move, and it's down for a hit. He'll cut it on a hop. Mesa, big turn, slams the brakes down 6 and hustles back. Skull, a tremendous outfielder, great arm. He got there, spun, and fired it in, but a first pitch base hit to greet the reliever, Miguel Hernandez.
Yeah, with Skull in those gaps, you can never really assume a ball's going to drop. We had a few on Tuesday night that looked like surefire bloop singles.
Now Melky 2 for 4. Today is 7th game played. 3rd with multiple hits. Here's Nelly, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Hernandez, Dominican Republic native, 6'5" righty, 26 years old. Fires, and a swing and a foul popped up off to the first base side. This is his second outing. He gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, a homer, a hit batter, and a walk in his season debut. Didn't go so great for him, and Melky greets him with the hard hit here. Now the 0-1, and he yanks it down and away. Hernandez was in the Pirates system, topping out at Class A. Has his sign. Pitch to Nelly, swing and a foul tip. That banged off Stuart Levy's face mask and up to the top of the netting behind home plate. That will wake you up. Might need that on these early day games, although now we're into the afternoon.
Well into the afternoon at this point.
Brought your sunblock if you're out there. Hernandez ready. Fires, and it's low and outside again. Hernandez listed at 6'5", 225. Big righty. 4 years in the Pirates system at the lower levels. Low A is where he topped out. Pitch to Nelly, swinging a foul tip, rolling over to the third base side. We'll do it again. A year in the Dominican Summer League, then the Gulf Coast League, and then the Appalachian League with Bristol. And then the New York Penn League with the West Virginia Black Bears in Morgantown in 2018. That's the last time he had surfaced in the U.S. professionally. Another 2-2. Swinging a foul tip. Nelly hanging tough. That one glances off Levy's mitt and onto the backstop. And in the Pirates system, Hernandez was 6-12 with a 5.21 ERA, some of that time as a starter even. First couple of years starting, his last 2 relieving. ready. Melky over at first. Pitch to Nelly is swung on, driven in the air in center. This sends Skull back. It's deep toward right center, and he runs it down. Onto the warning track, just shy of the LED boards. Nelly gave it a ride. Had a great at bat. Ends up with a loud first out. One of the deepest parts of PeoplesBank Park is where he hit that. Now one down, and Carlos Franco coming up. Franco 2 for 3 with a 3-run homer and a solo homer. The first multi-home run game of his Revs career. He certainly has had many of those in his pro career. Revs down 12-6 here in the 7th. Hernandez the pitch. It sinks down low. There have been 3 3-home run games in Revs history. 2010, Ian Bladergroen in a game in Lancaster. The other 2, both in 2019 and both here. Talvin Nash, June of that year against High Point, and the guy who's leading off of first, Malky Mesa, as Hernandez misses wide. Mesa did it July of that year at home against the Goose Gazzo-led New Britain Bees, and 2 of those were in the same inning. Has his lead from first. Here's the 2-0, and a swing and a fly ball left field. It pushes Hampton back onto the track. He'll turn and has room. Makes the grab just shy of the nemesis in left field. A little bit of a circular route to it, but Hampton figured it out, and Franco just missed. He flies out just about to the wall in left field this time, 2 away. A couple of deep fly ball outs following the leadoff single. Revs have made solid contact this inning. And now Joe Hendry will bat. And he'll bat from the left side of the plate. Former infielder, can handle the bat well, as we saw last year. First pitch is outside. Last season was 1 for 4 with York with a walk, and with Long Island before that was 1 for 1 with an RBI. Stands in from the left. Pitch, it's down and away. He's got an itty-bitty strike zone at 5'9". Threw the ball really well in the top half. Slightly open stance, straight up, pitch, and a slider stays high. 3-0. Hernandez to the rosin bag. Herrera's got a chance to up that on-base percentage here. Here it is. And it's high. A 4-pitch walk. By the way, as that makes it first and second, and here comes Goose. And Goose might, as he runs to the mound, might be bringing up this subject. Why on earth, when you're up 6, are you throwing a 3-0 breaking ball to the opposing pitcher? Like, what are we doing? I mean, I'm fine with it. He's on, but
it almost seems like a concession.
What the heck was that?
There is absolutely no way that a pitcher is swinging 3-0. I think he could have thrown it underhand. Joe Hendry probably would have taken it.
I don't know. Maybe they know Joe Hendry's a big 3-0 green light guy with a ton of power. I don't know. Oh well. 2 on for Elmer Reyes, who's 2 for 3. He had a home run back in the 4th, his first with York. Revs down 12-6 in the 7th. And Hernandez fires, slider called strike. This time he lowers it a little bit to where he wanted it. Duke coaching at first this inning. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a line drive hit hard in center, but right there is Jake Skoll, sidestepping over toward right center a few strides. And the inning is over. 5 batters, 4 hard hit balls plus a walk, but nothing to show for it. No runs on 1 hit, 2 runners left, and we'll go to the 8th. Still 12-6 Gastonia. Head of the 8th, Joandry Herrera. A 1-2-3 inning on the mound, a walk at the plate, and who will pitch a second inning in relief. Looked really sharp in the 7th. Revs still down 12-6. Stuart Levy will lead it off here in the 8th. Revs back at it tomorrow night against High Point. And first offering, it's down and away, breaking ball. Levy 1 for 4, had a 2-run double in that big 3rd inning. 1-0, swing and a miss, went after a high, hard one. Man, if you take out that 3rd inning, but
it's a 6-1 game.
Doesn't quite work like
that.
The
tone's a little different, if that's the case.
It was all in that one rally, just about. 1-1, and a foul tip back to the net. Tomorrow night we'll see Jorge Martinez. It's Give Local York. 6:30 first pitch. Fireworks presented by Give Local York. So Panthers in the park. Fiesta Friday. Pitch. And a high and tight slider that sends Levy spinning. Saturday night, Greater York Dance. Boomers Book Club presented by PA Virtual Charter School, Cat in the Hat, and Curious George appearance. Joandry fires and a swing and a fly ball, center field. Hit pretty deep, but Jeffrey back has it measured, and he's there. And 1 down in the 8th. Also, it's our Stronger Than Cancer series by Wellspan, colon cancer on Saturday night. And Sunday at 2, Mother's Day, presented by Community Progress Council, Princess's Visit. Sunday Fun Day, presented by Wise Markets and Bark in the Park. Tickets are on sale at YorkRevolution.com. Or you can go visit Cindy and Trevor in the Shipley Energy ticket office. Or you can call 717-801-HITS Here's a swing and a fly ball, right field, off the bat of Reese Hampton. And Stokes is back, tapping his glove, and he's got it out toward right center. 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. Who picks up the phone to make a call anymore?
You with the IT department?
Well, if I have to.
We did just get great news of progress, though, in between innings.
Yes. I didn't tell you. I knew that during your innings, but not to burst your bubble. As Jake Skoll looks at one low and in. We can now create a schedule for the station for tomorrow, which is generally a good thing. Commercials and whatnot. There's a fastball. That's in for a strike. Perhaps I'll be in a little bit better humor when you see me tomorrow. Skoll 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch and a foul tip. Ricocheted off Lenine and back to the netting. 1-2.
Hopefully this weekend Mother Nature decides to, take a break.
Yeah. Well, she can be a real something too, let me tell you. Fingers crossed. We got big plans for tomorrow night. Pitch is a slider in, just missed. Herrera started to walk off. How'd TrackMan look on that pitch?
Didn't show up.
Oh, well, all right then. Here's the 2-2. And it's swinging a foul back over the roof. Maybe that's why they did away with it.
Wonder what would happen last year if, because there had to have been some points where it just didn't receive a pitch last year.
Oh yeah.
The umpire just had to basically flip a coin in his head, I would guess.
Supposed to. Here's a line drive right field. Stokes over, dives and just missed. And that'll bounce to the wall in right field. Skoll's got 2. He'll keep heading as Stokes tosses in, and Skoll's got himself a stand-up triple. Stokes did all he could, dove full extension to his left. He came really close and full stretch on the dive, then tumbled over. Had to hustle to his feet and head after it. Skoll ends up with the triple. First base runner off Jahendry. He had retired the first 5 that he had faced. But yeah, the umpires had the free rein to call. They just never did. So, like, if it didn't buzz in, they would just, by nature, automatically call a ball. Here's Alex Holderbach. First pitch slider stays a little high. Jahendry trying to put together a couple scoreless innings here. Holderbach 1 for 3, plus a watt. Pitch. It is low. Fastball at 93 from Joe, who throws hard. He's got a slight frame, but a live arm. Former Diamondbacks farmhand. Now the 2-0. And there's a strike right where Lenine was set up. Jahendry in the Diamondback system, 2016, 17, 18. Out of Paramo Tucani, Venezuela, now lives in Miami. Delivers. And right on the black again, strike 2 call. Actually working with his fellow countryman, Lenine from Venezuela as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third, 2 outs here in the 8th. 12-6 Gastonia. And Herrera to the plate. Fastball away. Southern Maryland scored 3 in the 7th. They lead Lancaster 4-1 in the 8th. It came off Laporte and Zepchinski. Ruby Silva, I think, had a 3-run triple. Pitch is grounded, second base. Figueroa to his left, has it cleanly, tosses to first, inning over. Ojo Henry, nice job, 2 scoreless, 2-out triple is all. Skull left on at third base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs still trailing 12-6. Out of the bottom of the 8th, 12-6 Gastonia. Miguel Hernandez stays in. Solid contact off of him in the 7th inning, but 3 outs in the outfield. A single and a walk, both left on base. Still 12-6, and Figueroa will lead things off. You're in the bottom of the 8th. Figueroa 1 for 3 with a stolen base today. Getting the start at second. They had a lefty on the mound. Kenley the day off. And Hernandez, some funky movement on his leg kick, and he fires high and tight. He lifted, he paused and rocked from one side to the other, then came home, adding a different wrinkle as his catcher now calls time, maybe rethinking what he had put down. Now the 1-0, it's a slider and it dives in for a strike. Figueroa last year hit .355 in 12 games with York. Hernandez, that funky lift again, and fires inside, 2-1. When the Cubs bought Figueroa's contract June 23rd last year, came off mid-game to a standing ovation. 2-1, swing and a miss, slider. Got to AAA for the first time in his career. Had been in the Cardinals system prior to that. New York Penn League All-Star with State College back in 2018. There's the 2-2. Oh, inside, it hit Figueroa. He's shaking his hand. Plate on set, it hit the elbow. Gastonia dugout hollering for a foul ball. They're claiming it hit the knob of the bat.
I think it hit his hand. He's shaking his hand. But home plate is saying the elbow.
And Mag will meet him on the way to first base, make sure he's good to stay in. Unless it's a funny bone deal, which is not funny. Somebody in the Gastonia dugout said it didn't hit him in the elbow, it didn't hit him in the arm either. Figueroa will stay in. And a leadoff base runner here in the 8th. Now here's Lenine. Hernandez kept going inside and missing, and Lenine backs away on the first one. I don't blame him. It's a called strike. If you know you're probably not going to swing anyway on the first pitch after all that lack of control. Lenine on base all 3 times today. Hit by pitch, single, walk, and a stolen base. 0-1, swinging, he fouls it back. Lenine credited with his 5th career steal, first since 2019 with Aberdeen. And that double steal in the second, and they threw toward him, so he was the one that had to get there. Now the 0-2, that misses high. Hernandez just about fell down. He's a little bit of a wild animal out there as far as his delivery goes.
Well, I would say it's hard to repeat, but I don't think he tries to repeat it.
Yeah. Just tries to rear back and gun it. 1-2, and it's a called third strike. He located that one, and Lenine is rung up. Took some off on the outside corner. Well, when we're finished today, it's back to the herd, or maybe Doug Gottlieb, depending on time of game. Fox Sports Radio, and then at 6:10 tonight, Phillies, Rangers. Pre-game at 6:10. Phillies need a win as well. Here's Jeffrey Perez at the top of the order, 0 for 4. Two for 14 this series. Bats from the left this time. And Hernandez steps off. Revs with Adrian Almeida up in the bullpen. Hernandez ready. First offering, it is down low. The other Atlantic League games later tonight. And, by the way, they've gone to the 9th in Waldorf. 4-1 Southern Maryland trying to complete a sweep of Lancaster, who would follow a sweep by getting swept. 1-0. And a slider dive bombs low right out of the strike zone. Southern Maryland trying to win its 11th straight. And go to 8-0 at home. And Latos is in. He's got 1 on with 1 out. But everything else tonight is the 2-0. Fastball just missed, down and away. Naturally, since the Genomes hosted a 10 a.m. game yesterday, they'll play at 6:35 tonight at Wild Health Field against Charleston. And Charleston, after the game, now they're going back home. It's not that far of a ride, but it's not like they're going back to York. Anything like that. Hernandez with the 3-0, and that's a strike. High Point hosts Long Island tonight. The Rockers trying to sweep. They've won 3 straight. They entered the day 9-3, 1 behind Gastonia in the South. Charleston 7-5, just 3 back. Lexington later on is at Staten Island. The Legends 6-6, 4 back. That's in the South. Pitch to Jeffrey, a slider, and it missed a tad low. So he's on for the first time. It's a walk. And first and second for Troy Stokes Jr. No activity in the Honey Hunter bullpen. In the North, Southern Maryland, if they win, they'll be 11-1, 5.5 up on Long Island, who has lost 4 straight on their road trip, now 5-6. Lancaster would fall to 7.5 back, 4-9. If the Revs don't win here, York would be 8 back, 3-9. And again, we mentioned it earlier today as Stokes digs in 1 for 4, a double and a run back in the first. Revs got out to a 3-0 lead early, trailing 12-6 now. Pitch is in tight. Home teams in the league, a combined 43-15. Road teams 15-43.
Usually that's how it would inversely work.
Yes. I'm glad the math worked out. I didn't double check it, but the box score has proof. Here's the 1-0. Fastball over for a strike. But home teams, Southern Maryland 7-0. Gastonia 9-1, High Point 9-3, and then you've got some terrible road records. Lancaster 1-8, York 2-7, Staten Island 0-9, the Genomes 2-8. Ugh. There's the 1-1 to Stokes, swinging, he pops it up foul, back and out of play. You know what, Jake? You're a Steelers fan, right?
Yes.
Stokes, a big Ravens guy.
Oh, he is from Baltimore. Understandable. I understand he's also a big MMA guy. So
Yeah.
I'll assume on Saturday he is hoping that the game is rapid fire. Big card this weekend.
Well, that conversation would be right over my head, but so was Star Wars night. On the 1-2, fastball misses high. Is that one of those trooper things?
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm surprised they didn't reference it, but being prehistoric day, I have never seen Jurassic Park.
Uh-oh.
So luckily, I don't think there were references. I couldn't catch them because I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Pitch is grounded off the mound, up the middle, and grabbed by Rosa, who steps on second, throws to first. They get the double play. That one had side spin, and the mound slowed it, and Rosa almost overran it coming to the middle. Had to reach back to his left, but got the foot to the bag, completes a 4-3 double play. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. And we'll go to the 9th. Revs trailing 12-6. Ninth inning here at PeoplesBank Park, 12-6. Gastonia leads. Adrian Almeida takes over. There are no longer this many here, but the attendance today, 2,026. They had to head back to catch the buses. And Almeida takes over, appearing back-to-back games. This is his 6th. 5 2/3 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. It's an ERA of 3.18. No record, 1 hold. Had a scoreless 8th last night. Did walk a pair, but Paul Mondesi threw out both, attempting to steal. And Eric Jones will lead things off. 9-1-2. And the first one in tight at 95. Almeida does not throw gently. Jones 1 for 4 today, single, 2 runs scored. 1-0, and that misses high and out. 12 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for Gas. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for York. Pitch, it is taken low. Jones, who began his career in the United Shore League, that was with the Mariners organization, the Twins. Pitch is a little high. Now he's on 4 pitches here to start the 9th. If you weren't with us earlier, Rebs got off to a quick start coming off the thrilling win last night. Franco, a 3-run homer in the first. Nicely had struck out the side. Here's Davis at the top, and Almeida deals low. But things took a southward turn in the 3rd. Gastonia scored 11. 1 shy of the biggest run, or biggest inning against the Revs all time. From there, York's been trying to inch its way back. 1-0, and a swing and a foul tip to the net. Davis swinging after 5 straight balls from Almeida. Trying to jump on one. Davis, who got to the majors with Tampa Bay 2019, his only big league hit, a triple. That's pretty cool. 1-1, and he tried to stop. Went, said the plate ump, on a fastball tailing away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So going forward, nicely he'll still be trying to get back into his groove. He certainly looked like he was there the first 2 innings today. It's the 1-2. That misses high and wide. Tomorrow night, Jorge Martinez, his 3rd start. He's looked pretty good out of the gates. And then we'll see Duke on Saturday night. Travieso Sunday has been good. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Right there, and Davis rung up. 1 down in the 9th. Mirandy Gonzalez is on the way. If they get nicely right, and he and Mace have, and they will, I'm sure they'll get him right. He and Mace have a great rapport. The rotation still, I think, a big strength of this team. Here's Reinheimer. He takes a strike.
And if you want to take something from tonight's Blues outing, no walks.
Yeah.
So there was some hard contact mixed in there as well, but it was just wrong place at the wrong time for most of it.
Here's the 0-1. And a curveball bounced toward 3rd. Franco comes up to backhand, loads up to throw. Out at first base, close, and Nelly a little stretch. And Franco hoses Reinheimer on the slow bounder. Jones to second with 2 away. Reinheimer finishing up a 3-for-6 day with 2 homers, including an inside the Parker, and 6 driven in. 2 down. Here's Joseph Rosa. Go back to the right side of the plate. Switch hitter. 2 for 5 RBI run. And Almeida sets, kicks and fires. It is high. That one rushed up at 96. One-0. Right over the middle, but apparently high. What we get on that, Jake?
I mean, belt high, basically.
Okay, so in the box of TrackMan?
Yep.
Okay. But a ball. Here's the 2-0. Fastball, same spot. And that one's a strike.
Maybe a half inch or two to the right of the previous pitch, but
same height?
Yep.
Just making sure my prescription's still good. Now the 2-1 fastball, that's in for a strike. The eye prescription, I mean.
Might be I think this will be a fun running bit for the rest of the season, is comparisons.
Yeah, I think we should keep the time between pitches too, because they sure are not.
It's a lot of work.
Pitch, breaking ball, strike 3 called. Almeida looking sharp, and really the entire bullpen did for the most part. 2 strikeouts in the 9th, the leadoff walk, nothing comes of that. Revs need a big inning, bottom of the 9th. It is 12-6, Gastonia. Well, it'll still be Miguel Hernandez, and if he can go all 3 to end it, he'll get a save. 36 pitches, 3 innings, 2 scoreless. 12-6 Gastonia. Malky Mesa leads it off. Bottom 9. He's 2 for 4 today. And Hernandez, first pitch. Oh, plunks Mesa. Maybe he should get away from that standing Pelican balancing act, because
I feel like it's always the 9th inning that Melky gets hit too.
Yep. That's what we need. Down 6. For one of your best hitters to get drilled again. I could tell Hernandez's reaction. He certainly didn't mean to do it, but I don't know, watching him doing that little rock back and forth, I feel like he doesn't know where it's gone.
I mean, it's in a way, it's just a danger to hitters.
Here's Nelly, who's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run. First pitch, fastball is down low. Figueres was also to lead off an inning, last inning. Hernandez sets to the plate. Fastball over for a strike. He's got 2 career saves. 2017 with the Bristol Pirates, 2018 with the West Virginia Black Bears. The 1-1 to Nelly, swinging a high fly ball right center field, not deep. It's Jarrett from right coming in, shallow right. He's there and has it. And 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Oh my goodness. Lancaster scored 3 off Latos, and they lead 5-4 in the 10th at Southern Maryland. Kelly Dugan with
You're kidding.
a game-tying 3-run homer with 1 out in the 9th.
Glad to know it's not just the Revs. I can't seem to figure out Dugan.
Dave might have jumped out of that little tiny booth. Here's Carlos Franco, and he swings late, shoots a foul off the front of the Honey Hunter dugout, off the bat handle. Franco 2 for 4 today with his first career multi-home run game in a Revs uniform. 3-run shot in the first to open the scoring. Out to the 10-sin right, and then went the other way, solo job in the 5th. Revs' first multi-home run game of the season. Pitch, swinging a foul back to the net. The first 2-home run game by a Revs hitter since August 15th of last year, when Osmi Gregorio hit 2 in game 1 of a doubleheader at Gastonia. Also a loss. That was a dud of a day, a doubleheader sweep. Tough road trip. And that was a brutal start to the second half. And then right after that, the Revs got it in gear and were in contention until the final weekend. Pitch to Franco, very high. 2-2. 1-2. 1.5 and 2. It was a 3-11 start to the half. And the first half last year, 3-7. Pitch is down low. So we've been there. ...2019 first half, 4-11, 6-16. So that's 4 of the last 5 halves. They've had quite the hole. Pitch to Franco. Backdoor slider stays away. It's not really how you want to do it, but do have some experience coming out of that. Franco works at full. 45 pitches for Hernandez. They did have left-hander Onis Farfan up in their bullpen. Here's the 3-2, and a swing and a foul out of play, third base side. Revs came in today with 6 home runs, the league's fewest. Had 2 in a game last week at Lexington, which was their most in one game. They've got 3 today. Another 3-2 to Franco. And a line smash to left center, slicing away from Skull, who will have to play it on a hop. A base hit for Franco, who's 3 for 5. Melky up to second, and the Revs with 2 on. That is hit number 10. Jack Kenley will pinch hit in the pitcher's spot. Kenley hitting at 257 through his first 10 games played. Melky leads away from second. Here's the stretch from Hernandez and deals, and it's high and outside. Kenley 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter so far this year. Revs right now with 3 position players on the bench. They've gotten 2 of them in today. One-0. Breaking ball misses high. Farfan up throwing again. As Hernandez, who as they're trying to get a save, is about to throw his 50th pitch in relief. Or maybe they're trying to build him up. I don't know. I wonder how different they'll be the next time we see them. It won't be till well into July, mid-July. Here's the 2-0. And a swing and a loop at short. Reinheimer over to his right. He's got it. Revs down to their last out. Jake, you mentioned the whole taxi squad that they've got inactive right now.
Yeah, there's a couple teams in this league that have rosters currently structured like that. And, you know, with the amount of turnover in this league, we could see maybe an entirely different team. You never really know.
Here's Elmer Reyes, who's had a good day, 2 for 4 with a homer. His 2 outs have been line drives in the outfield. Revs down 12-6 here in the 9th. Two on, 2 out. Hernandez trying to end it. And the first offering, it's down and away. Lancaster got just 1 run in the top of the 10th. They go to the bottom half, leading 5-4 at Southern Maryland, and what would be a stunner if they hang on. 1-0, swinging a fly ball, shallow center. Skull breaks in, it drops in front. Mesa around third, and the throw to the plate late. RBI blue pit for Elmer Reyes, who's got 3 hits and his second RBI. It's 12-7. We're not done yet.
That was probably the softest hit ball of the 4 that, or the 5 that Elmer's put the bat on today. His 3rd hit.
There's actually a lot of positives today. The offense, the relief pitching.
Basically every inning except the 3rd inning you can take positives from.
Here's Figuera now. First pitch, fastball, it's a strike.
Unfortunately, sometimes that's just all it takes.
Figuera hit by a pitch last inning by Hernandez. He does have a huge elbow guard that he wears all the time. There's the 0-1, and it's a called strike. Hernandez just about falling down on the finish. Snaps at the throwback. He has gotten his work in today. This will be pitch number 55. Figuera 1 for 3, stolen base, hit by pitch. Hernandez ready with the 0-2. That misses outside, and he just about fell on his face again. Like Mitch Williams out there. Revs have scored in 5 of the 9 innings today. Pitch to Figuera, it's down and away. 2-2. Now set. And the pitch, it is beaten foul against Figuera's foot. He stays in. 12-7 here in the bottom of the 9th. Offense is awakening today after pretty low scoring games under the lights, the first 2 here at home. Hernandez again to the plate. Fastball missed, low. And Figuera works it full. Nobody offensively for the Revs giving an inch. Continuing to battle. Runners will get a head start, 2 outs. Long look in. Hernandez now ready. Here's the 3-2. It is down and away. Ball 4. Bases loaded, and here comes Goose. And with the tying run on deck, whoever he brings in, if it's Farfan, it'll be a save situation for that guy. And Hernandez just could not get his 9th out. And the Revs have loaded him. Figuera on for the 3rd time. And a pitching change here in the bottom of the 9th. Lenin Rodriguez will try to keep it going. Revs down 12-7 here in the 9th inning. It is Farfan coming in. We'll be back in a moment. We're still at it. Revs down 12-7, and they forced Onus Farfan into the game. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a run home here in the 9th. Lenin Rodriguez coming up. Farfan, 5 outings, couple holds, and this will be a save opportunity with the tying run on deck. His first opportunity. 7 innings, just 4 hits and 2 unearned runs. He has been very tough. Lenin will try to keep it moving. He's 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch, a walk, also a steal. Farfan set. First offering, swing at a high drive to center field, hit pretty well. Skoll is back, shading his eyes with the glove, and he makes the catch, a snow cone, and he hangs on, going out toward the Checkers RBI guy logo on the LED board in deep left center. Final score, Gastonia 12, York 7, as the Revs put together a late inning charge and at least made a game of it, but dropped their 4th straight series, losing the rubber match here today, and it was an 11-run 3rd inning for Gastonia, overshadowing a 2-home run game from Carlos Franco and a pretty good effort from the Revs bullpen. Now York in the 9th, a run on 2 hits, bases left loaded. Gastonia with the win improves to 11-2. Revs fall to 3-9 and look to regroup with High Point coming in tomorrow night. 12-7 your final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show is coming up next.